Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode. I thought today we change it up and do a full day of eating. It's been a little while since I've done a full day of eating. I'm currently basically at my max caloric intake that I'll be at for this first push-up phase, also at the highest body weight that I've ever been at in my life. So the food isn't necessarily that high, but it's relatively high for me. Like by the end of the day, I'm very full. So I'll take you through that, and next week is going to start my tidy up phase, mini cut, that type of deal. So we're probably looking to pull off 15 to 20 pounds over like an 8-ish week period. So very much looking forward to that, just because not that like my body fat is out of control by any means, but again, like I've never been this heavy in my life, so it's just, it's not the most comfortable. But let's get into a full day of eating right now. So I'm going to show you guys meal number 1. So meal number 1, very similar to what it's been the entire time. So I have 7 ounces of chicken breast here. I have pink sea salt, and the last addition to calories that was made, we added a little bit more fat. So I have this garlic olive oil, and I have 6 grams on there. So this is literally just chicken with olive oil and pink sea salt. I don't need any other toppings on it, because it's just so good like that. Then over here, the usual kind of fruit medley that I've gone with the entire off season. 100 grams of blueberries are in there. Can you see those? 122 grams of pineapple and 100 grams of banana. So that is going to be meal number 1. I'm going to get this down. I'll probably head to the gym in like 30-40 minutes from now. Normally I'd get more meals in before the gym, but Heidi and I are going to like a birthday party thing this afternoon, so I just need to make sure that I get to the gym in time and I'm ready to leave when we need to leave. So after meal 1, I'm just going to go to the gym in like 30 or 40 minutes, and then I will see you guys for meal number 2. All right, guys, so about halfway through my workout right now. I just finished what I do. I did lying leg curls, and then I did deadlifts. Now I'm going into Bulgarian split squats. But before I do that, 20 grams Gatorade as usual. So that's going to be like my intro workout down this, and then I will go into my split squats and finish up my workout. All right, guys, it is now time for meal number 2. I just got home from the gym. Before I came home, though, I made a quick run to the store, and take a look at this, man. So, if you're a bodybuilder or trying to be a bodybuilder, meat is by far like the most expensive thing that you'll have to pay for. So if you can get deals on stuff like this, because it's gonna go bad like tomorrow or whatever, then make sure that you buy everything they have. I bought 5 total, and these are normally like 16 bucks a piece. So you see that, saving $4.40. So technically, by buying 5 of those, I got 1 free, and I'm just gonna freeze the ones I'm not using, so it's not like they're gonna actually go bad. So tip for everybody out there who's a bodybuilder or trying to be a bodybuilder, look out for deals like that, because man, they save you a lot of money in the long run. I think that saved me a total of like almost $25 or something like that. So meal number 2 is 6 ounces of ground beef and 170 grams of sweet peas. I put a little bit of this sugar-free barbecue sauce on there, mixed it with some of this Dijon mustard. Really, really good combo right there. I really like that combo. And then I put some pink sea salt on there. And then on the side, I have 4 chocolate rice cakes. So that is going to be meal number 2. All right, guys, so at the party right now, I'm going to show you meal number 3, which is right there. So super simple. It's just 4 ounces of chicken, 85 grams of spinach, and 300 grams of cooked rice. And there is, you can't see it, but there's a little bit of that barbecue sauce from earlier in there. So that's going to be meal number 3. All right, guys, so just got back home. I'm now gonna have meal number 4. I'm actually running pretty behind schedule. I only brought one meal with me to the birthday party, and it's now like 8 o'clock. So typically I'd be having my last meal right now. So I'm like a whole meal behind. So after I finish this meal, I'm pretty much gonna have to eat my next meal like 30 or 40 minutes after, which with how high my food is for me personally right now, it does make it a little bit difficult. But thankfully, we only have 2 days left of this push up phase. So I'll be entering a mini cut pretty soon here. But the deeper you do get into your off seasons and you're bulking as you're pushing the calories up, meal timing will become increasingly more important because you don't want to end up in situations like this where you have to eat a ton of your meals in like a very short window near when you need to go to bed, because you're going to end up missing meals. You're going to end up not getting the food in that you need to. So, it's very essential as you get deeper into there, make sure that you're spacing your meals out, correctly as much as you can. So meal number 4 is going to be this right here. 6 ounces of 96.4 ground beef. I didn't say that in the first video where I had ground beef, but I always use 96.4. So 96.4 ground beef, 6 ounces, 102 grams of sweet peas, and then another 300 grams of cooked white rice. I put this sugar-free sweet chili sauce on there, and then I put some pink sea salt. So I'm gonna get this down, and then I'll see you guys in like 40 minutes for the next meal. All right, guys, time for the 5th and final meal of the night. I think it's like an hour and 15 or something after my last meal. So unfortunately, I'm still pretty full. So usually I really look forward to this meal. Not so much right now. I'm essentially force feeding this one down. But like I said, there's only a couple more days left of this phase, so I'm gonna do what I have to do. But meal number 5 is the usual. So, let's see, 525 grams of cooked white rice, 4 ounces of chicken, 100 grams of banana, and then 45 grams of natural peanut butter. I use this brand right here, and then I put some pink sea salt on there as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this meal down. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long to eat. I'm really not looking forward to this one. Like I said, I usually really like this meal, and I'm always looking forward to it. But when you're full and you have to eat that much food, it's just not a good time. So we'll see how this goes down, but this is going to be meal number 5, and it's gonna be my final meal for the day. So there you have it. That is my full day of eating at the peak calories that I'm going to be at for this first push phase of my off season. Something I wanted to touch on was the rice portions. So normally I give you guys like the uncooked rice portion, and that's how I still cook my rice. I cook my rice on a daily basis, so I don't cook large batches for the week. I just cook my daily rice amount, and I always weigh that raw. So that was 409 grams of raw, which then came out to what you guys saw in the meals. 300 grams for the first one, 300 grams for the second one, and 500 something for the third one, which was like, that's a total of like 1100 something grams of rice. I decided to do it that way so you could kind of get a better grasp on. I know most people don't weigh their rice raw and then spread it through their meals. They cook it and then they put the already cooked rice into their meals, and they calculate it that way. So just wanted to give you guys a better idea of what 409 grams uncooked comes out to when it's cooked. Now that was the peak of my off-season calories here for my first push-up phase. I'm going to go through a mini cut, a tidy up phase, and pull off somewhere between 15 to 20 pounds. And then I will enter a second push-up phase of the off season, where it's very likely that my calories will be a decent bit higher than they were here, just because I'm going to be pushing in the second phase to higher body weights than I am now, which is going to, obviously require more food. Another thing I wanted to touch on was, how I was saying I was full because kind of my meal timing was off and stuff like that. So meal timing, super important as you get deeper into a bulk. Another thing is you're going to be full. If you're really pushing the calories, you're going to be full almost all the time, a lot of the time. But you still have to keep getting those calories in. And a perfect example of this was, I'm filming this the day after. I woke up a pound lighter than I was the previous day. So even though I was super full and I was basically force feeding that last meal, I still woke up a pound lighter. So imagine if I just said, I can't get this meal in, I'm too full. I probably wake up 2 pounds lighter, 2.5 pounds lighter. And if you consistently keep doing that because you're missing your meal timings and all this kind of stuff, or you're just getting too full and you're refusing to force feed yourself, that's where, a lot of guys find it very hard in the off season to continue pushing that body weight up because they start slacking off like that. And then it's like, oh, I'm 2 pounds down, I'm 3 pounds down, I'm 4 pounds down. And now I can't, keep pushing up. I just, you kind of limit yourself in that way. So I just wanted to touch on that as well, that even though you might be super full and you might be force feeding like almost every meal, in order to push your body weight past where it's comfortable, past your homeostasis, that might be what you have to do, and very likely will be what you have to do. I'll put the final macros somewhere up here on the screen for the day, and then for my mini cut, the macros, we made a pretty aggressive adjustment. We bumped cardio up by 5 minutes. So currently I do 5 sessions, 25 minutes. Now we bumped it up to 30 minutes. So 5 sessions of 30 minutes. And then along with that, we took, what do we move? We moved training day to 250 protein, 420 carbs, and 50 fat. And then we moved non-training day to 250 protein, 340 carb, and 50 fat. So you'll be able to see that discrepancy with, whatever I threw up for the macros on the screen. You can kind of see the, aggressiveness or assertiveness of the change that we made to pull off this 15 to 20 pounds in this next phase here. And it's likely the macros will come down even from that, and the cardio might even go a tiny bit higher. So just wanted to touch on those few things. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up right here, guys. As always, I appreciate the support, and I will catch you in the next episode. Peace.